Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and we've got some storylines to go over here because we talk a lot about how Patrick Price, Eggs, it's been his mission to knock out Optic Gaming or beat Optic Gaming at Champs every year. But on the other side of this stage, who knocked out Eggs last year? It was Fabi. Now Epsilon, Dave, Hockey, Vortex sent Eggs packing. This is going to be fun.
Oh, it most certainly is. And the other member on that team also outplaced Aches at the last champ. So you know there is a lot on the line here for Patrick Price. He does not want to go home on day 3 of what could be 5 of match play, potentially for this team.
And I think what else is great, all year, Aches was going in on European teams, whether they didn't deserve this many spots at Atlanta or they couldn't hang with North American teams, so on and so forth. And they've actually been his bane a little bit throughout the year. I mean, there's been some big victories by European teams over Eggs. Now champs might be decided on. This should be a whole hell of a lot of fun.
And imagine if it's 2 back-to-back champs, he gets tossed out by that same core 3 on the other team, like we mentioned. Either way, though, this has been our first day here in the Amway Center in the actual floor itself. We've obviously been here for 3 days for the competition. Been a lot of fun. This is our last match of today on this incredible main stage. Cloud9 going up against Epsilon. Looking back on today so far, Maven, biggest surprises for you on who we've seen, move on, who we've seen go home?
I guess the Rise Nation loss in the first round really surprised me. Absolutely. We'll see how Infused fares past that, and then Fnatic. I mean, you win that first series, and I just have a feeling they make a pretty solid run.
Yeah.
But by losing that, knowing you're playing the loser of Epsilon Luminosity, or sorry, United Luminosity, I feel bad for those guys, man. I know they put in a lot of work. I know how hyped they were for this. I thought they were going to go further.
Well, there's a look at Vortex on the side of Epsilon, getting ready for its matchup against Cloud9. Should be starting here momentarily. Looking at the stat cards in front of me, the big thing that stands out is, one, Epsilon have below a 50% win rate since Dallas on in every single game mode. They're not too drastically low, but kind of sums up where this team has been. They've had a couple good events, they've had a couple abysmal events. On the side of Cloud9, a couple game modes just barely above that 50% mark from Anaheim on. But Uplink has been the bane of their existence. Only a 31% win rate in the game mode. They are terrible at Precinct and Frost.
I think another thing to talk about too with these two teams is we've talked about how important your main NV4 succeeding is, right?
Yep.
The NV4 of that Cloud9 team last year, Assault. The NV4 of that Fabi team last year, Dave. They're going to have to battle it out now.
They didn't have the NV4 last year.
Should be a real treat. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
They are. Yes, it makes more sense. But either way, let's get into it. Game number 1 going to be Scorch Hardpoint between Cloud9 and Epsilon. We're following none other than Aches off the break.
So as much as we talked about maybe the possibility of Epsilon taking them out twice, it's sweet revenge in the sights of Aches. We'll see how Cloud9 fares, but so far, knocking everybody down. I think for both these teams, it's been interesting. They have similar rosters to last year, but both had to make key changes. Obviously, 2 for Cloud9, 1 in Josh coming in for Epsilon, but similar rosters that have had to go through adversity, adapt as the year has gone on.
And looking at the placings of these teams, I mean, yes, you have all the way back for Cloud9 in Vegas, that 2nd place position, but that was almost an entirely different roster at this point. But then, I mean, a lot of these teams both have, top 20, top 24, top 16 placings. Each of them have a kind of standout one, with Cloud9 getting 4th at Anaheim and Epsilon getting 3rd at Anaheim. But for the most part, both of these teams have been up and down throughout the entire year.
Well, Hockey and Vortex combined to take out all of Cloud9 and set up now at Turbine. Can we hop over to Dave? Yeah, number 8. He's got the ERAD in hand. Screw that NV4. He's set up inside of Observation Deck. And look at the deal of pressure. 2 players soaring in, at least able to get one. Make a one shot before Aches is able to get that 2-piece. But the pressure extending out that far. Cloud9, at 15 seconds in, still hasn't even been able to take a crack at this, and everybody's spawning out in rocks.
Yeah, and they're still not even close to having a chance to push for this unless they want to go for a 2v4. Here comes the first pressure. Aches gets absolutely melted by Josh, and immediately they're down to a 3-on-4 retake. Different pacing right now being shown from Cloud9, and it's the reason why they haven't even gotten close to breaking this hill.
Yeah, I mean, they were in it basically as it transitioned. Since then, they have not got close to even putting a foot inside of this thing. Finally, a step in as behind the box will be Aches, but he's taken out immediately. Let's now transition over to the setup for Hangar. Vortex trying to make plays as they transfer across, but Cloud9 ready and waiting.
Yeah, that's the best to hold you can really ask for if you're Epsilon. I think the big thing too, will Josh earn these streaks? He's the number 5 on your minimap on a 4 streak at 6-2. He'll be slowly pushing across. Dave and crew, the reason why they're pushing towards this back area is because they want to control these spawns for their team. You can see right now both players spawning across the map for either side as Josh gets the two-piece he needs to take over control for Epsilon.
Nicely done. Not only is he a big part of, like you said, helping them break in, but also still playing behind these streaks. You know, he doesn't play passive. He doesn't try to play patiently outside and get him. Hits the front, makes the attack, and now 50 off of this bombardment. And it's right in front of him, 7 streak for Josh.
And there's more in front of him. Oh, I was going to say make it 8, and Assault gets the better from there, but either way, the damage has been done. It's been a full 80-second swing in favor of Epsilon now as they're going to eclipse this 100-point mark. And look, Josh just got his streaks. You got Dave at 10 and 5. The slaying power there for the two that need to go big.
And for these two teams, you know, in the series we saw earlier today, I know we casted the one with Envy versus Epsilon, where Envy pretty much dominated, right? Epsilon didn't have a chance in a lot of those games. They completely controlled the pace.
Wow.
I think similar could be said. I mean, Cloud9 not really hanging with the Ghost or a lot of those.
They're getting smoked right now. I mean, we rotate on over. Epsilon kind of coming from the back foot, get a quick 4 kills. You've now got Dave on a 5 streak. He might be getting close to streaks himself. He just used a scour to pick up the first. Holding that off angle. There's 1, there's 2, make it 3. Dave now 16 and 5, an 8 streak, and make it 4. Someone stop this man. How is he still alive in here? And no one even shooting back at him except for that last player.
I'm talking about what he can do with an AR as we go into the series, and he is just dominating the entire side of Cloud9 with this ERAD. Truly special stuff. The streak up to 10.
I'm sorry, am I missing something? Am I missing something? Is that how good his teammates are baiting around him? He's still challenging more finally. Gets cut down, but the damage has been done. It has now been, what, almost 120 straight seconds for Epsilon in this game?
Any Cloud9 fans in the venue, please alert your team the game started.
Yeah.
130 is the advantage for Epsilon. Dave and Josh having their way with Cloud9. Streaks everywhere for this squad. I don't even know how you begin to mount a comeback in this. I mean, you just have too much to work with. The lead's too big already.
A wise man named
okay.
Justin Bieber once said, never say never. And guess what? You can't say it right now. If I believe in anyone, I believe in Patrick Price.
As you say that, they used one of those crucial streaks to kill a teammate.
Hey, see? I'm telling you. There's
the power
too much
of the
to use,
beams.
so you just wait. Aches is probably somehow messing with them across the stage. It's all part of his plan. Start double negative, barely do anything in the objective, and then come back and win after being down by 2.5 minutes.
Well, let's see if Cloud9 can turn it into another gear, because they certainly need to. If it continues like this is going to be a very, very hard game one to rebound from. And one of the key questions we had with Cloud9, I mean, we know the pedigree of Aches, we know what he can do here, but all these young players, man, are they going to perform?
I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is their opportunity to go for a break. They have a timing window. There's the first. The second is there. They've got to flood on through right now, take him down. There it is. 3 versus 2 now for the hold. A still full 50 seconds here. Epsilon have no payloads. I believe they still have a bombardment to use, which I think is about to be called in. Yep, here it comes.
Yeah, they have more than that, don't they?
Yep, but the bombardment, you just want to use 1 streak to force players out of position. Yeah, that should absolutely be enough for this break to come on through.
Unless Patrick Price is enough to hold on. Him and Exotic, the last 2 in the back. Tat still up 2. The third. See you later. Aches going big, coming alive. Streak now to 4. The 5th finally gets the better of him. And as we get excited for Cloud9, Vortex trying to play spoiler, but they're still standing.
All right, so what was a 130-second lead? Going to go down to about 70. Maybe even 60 after these final 12 seconds come in. Aches already on the rotation. Number advantage here for Cloud9. And look, still no payloads for Epsilon yet. This is 100% possible.
Stop it. Stop it. We talk about crazy comebacks. I mean, they happen on Breakout all the time, but what was the biggest lead? 130, 140?
Yeah, right around there. 2.5 minutes. Yep.
Dear Lord.
Well, this is going to be the tough push right here. 3 players surging through. Yeah, Assault starts floating all around. Doesn't give himself even a chance to get in a strong gunfight. That's a tough retake there for Epsilon, and they get it done.
That could be the dagger too.
Yep.
I mean, this is going to put them over the 200-point mark. And that's the difference between a comeback and not, in my opinion, with that break.
Josh was so far pushed up to forcing players from Cloud9 to engage when they were still just coming off their spawn. Love this positioning from Vortex too. There goes Aches. Beautiful stuff from him. Quiet game so far, but Vortex has had his fair share of incredible moments so far this weekend as well, maybe.
He certainly has, but this one, man, all Josh and Dave. From the beginning, what did we talk about earlier today? One of the biggest things you can do in in Hardpoint is not give up streaks early. You give up streaks to 2 players early in the game, you don't give yourselves a chance.
It's not even like the streaks have been so crazy impactful. Now here comes some more, though, as I say that. The Trinity Rocket forcing players out of position will open this flank lane now for Vortex and crew to try to go for this pinch. Vortex cuts down Assault. No second there. Priesta swinging the tide in his team's favor. Oh, no!
I have no idea how he didn't finish that kill. Shots look good to me, but Priesta not able to win it. 16 and 18 right now, and the E-Rads of Epsilon certainly getting the better of him.
120 to 217. I really did think Cloud9 had a chance when they were, especially at that hangar hardpoint. They had the spawns. They were already there. Assault trying to do what he can on a 5 streak. For me, here's your difference maker. Can he get these full streaks? They get the scrap time. They're down by 70. Such a tall order to come back and win this game. Baiting his teammate. This is smart.
It's Aches, though, still able to win that as he hits the edge. But now, back into the central hard point. So crucial. Assault can get some streaks here. Nice shots onto the first 75 off. Trying to push through and just trade these kills. He only has 8 bullets in the clip. Can he find him? Got to connect.
Oh, no.
Not able to. Has to reload now.
He's got to get out of there.
Just needs the kill. You don't want to burn camo here to get the streaks.
He's got to get out of there.
You need too much of a
comeback. Oh, perfect. They killed the 1 player in the hard point, which gave him 100 points. No kill needed. Challenges Hawkeye as well. Assault now on an 8 streak, 24 and 14. 3 tier 3 streaks to use as well with the Trinity Rocket, the Scorchers, and the Bombardment. He's not running a Scarab, still with the active camo. Do not challenge this man for middle lane. What are you thinking right there? 9 streak from Assault, 218 to 165. What seemed impossible is now absolutely probable.
We've had, what, 3 different players almost hit double-digit streaks in this game alone.
Here it goes.
10 seconds left and we ship. He's going to go ahead and pop these streaks in, force members inside. Does it catch anybody? No, they're ready for it. The pressure coming, though. The camo is popped. He has 2 players to deal with. One just hit the edge, waiting for both. There's camo on camo, trying to get away with his life. He'll get chased down, and Dave makes the best use of it. And another player nearly on full streaks. Epsilon looking to close the game out here, Jack.
From start to finish, Dave has been lights out. 31 and 18. The bombardment now raining on down from the sky. I don't even know what team that was from, as it's getting so frantic in this hill. Trinity Rocket called in. Exotic should be dead here momentarily. He's getting pinched. And with that, it should be GG. Dave, what a camo play there to secure the hill.
That one wore me out, buddy. That was so back and forth. Big streaks for everybody. But Epsilon, in the end, take the game 1.
Dave doing what Dave does best, and it's not even with the NV4 there. It's the E-Rat that gets the job done. You see the smile on his face for damn good reason as they take map number 1 over Cloud9, and they are well on their way to sending Aches packing for a 2nd straight champs.
And what a different story, though, it is for this Epsilon team. You know, when they came into champs, you know, as FOB last year, they'd be more like, what would you consider them this year? Like the Infused? Like a team that people didn't really give a chance to make that deep of a run. I mean, we knew they were okay, but maybe a little bit better than that, but you know what I mean. Like no one thought they were going to go as deep as they did. They get all the way and finish in 4th place. This year, they're a favorite in Europe, and I mean, it's a very different circumstance, but still a chance to knock out Pat and try to make another deep run here from Champs.
I'll be honest, almost any team to have the incentive to knock out Patrick Aches Price is good enough for almost anyone in competitive Call of Duty.
That's certainly true.
It's one of the people that it's just a lot of fun to say, I beat Aches at Champs. But you see there, Epsilon, their teamwork was on point. I've got to commend them on the retakes that they used those streaks on. 2 or 3 times they got the streaks outside of the one that they botched and had a team kill a middle map. I would say good use of streaks there.
It's actually funny because on a Hot Mic episode before Stage 2 playoffs, or not before playoffs, maybe before week 4, whatever it was, Dave and Aches were both on it. And we were talking about him getting knocked out, and Aches is like, that doesn't count. You guys got all this time to warm up, man. We came in, we weren't even ready for it, blah, 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 just chalking it up with an excuse. I don't know what it's going to be this time, but
Aches he's got a whole notebook full of excuses.
That's true. But no, but if anyone can do this, it is Aches. But the question, though, is you've got these young guys, right? Exotic, Priesta, not a lot of champs experience, if any at all. And the question is, can they step up when their back's against the wall? I mean, if they take that game 1, I certainly feel a lot better about Cloud9's chances, just in the sense of, hey, get the blood flowing, get the sense of victory, start moving with that momentum. But now when you lose that game 1, you already see that hole.
Yeah.
Do you fall into it? We're going to find out.
This is a true test of character for the side of Aches and crew. Can Cloud9 keep their tournament hopes alive? They are only down 1. S&D on Retaliation will be next. Again, bringing up the great stats that we've got in front of us. Retaliation S&D. For the side of Epsilon, it is their weakest search and destroy from Dallas and on. They've only won 1/3 of the time on Retaliation S&D. For the side of Cloud9, for Anaheim on, they are a perfect 4-0 in S&D on Retaliation. Flawless in this map and game mode combination. And now looking at that, for me, it's a must-win for Cloud9 if they want to come back in this series.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of map, I think this is certainly a must-win. But when you look at the stats, I know they're important, but do you sort of feel like you throw everything out the window come champs time? I mean, think about earlier today. I chalked up United versus Luminosity on Frost Uplink. I thought Luminosity was going to win that without question. It was United's worst. I'm like, they're done, and then they get smoked. So we'll see how much stats mean, but let's go. Cloud9, Epsilon. Game 2, search and destroy.
Starting things off with Priesta. He is heavily involved in the first bloods, whether it's good or bad. For Cloud9, this time holding the angle in top hotel hallway as they look to slowly develop the map towards this lower street site.
Just working forward, trying to get control of Plat.
All right.
Some shots in, and the car assist. 1 kill to Cloud9. Aches gets a little bit of help there in the first blood.
Hockey's going to spot many players. He's got to try to get away with his life. He actually picks up Priesta and slides to cover. What a play from Hockey. Makes it a 3-on-3, saving this potential round for Epsilon.
Phenomenal, and then Vortex on the flank. All 3 lining up.
Bye-bye.
And we've seen, like you said last game, a couple of these just high-flying plays from Vortex this weekend, man.
For some reason, Vortex getting this 3-piece, I get like the image of him like packing Aches' bag for him. Like, you know, putting his shoes in the suitcase, you know, folding his t-shirts for him.
You ready to go home? Yeah,
sending them back home right there. Nice little 3-piece.
You don't need to stick around until Monday.
No.
Just get on home.
He'll probably be his travel agent too.
Nice start for Vortex. 3-0 here. 150 away from the Scarab. He just got vision on one Cloud9 player crossing into Plat. I think he just spotted a second inside a curve. He's going to quickly plant this, bring him a little bit closer to that Scarab as well.
I mean, this is the start of round 2, and he's already 1 kill off a Scarab and 60% of the way to FTL jump. He'll drop on back for a brief moment. Here comes the cavalry of Cloud9. It's going to be a 4-on-4 engagement down the bridge. Vortex spots one. Can't pick up the kill. Off the street now. First blood comes in. Josh gets out with his life. It makes it a 3-on-3. This time it's Dave with the car, giving him a taste of their own medicine. And look at the terrible spot Assault is in. This is not going to happen.
Yeah, that's exactly where you want an NV4.
Yeah, right? Laying down, cowering in a corner.
That was sarcasm. Yeah, that is the last place you want to have one, at least when you're pushing back towards L-wall.
Yep. Nice cleanup by Josh. I got to give it to the boys of Epsilon. Twice they have been first blooded, and twice they've had a member of their team able to win an engagement and get out with their life to bring the numbers back to even, saving these rounds.
All right, round number 3. Cloud9 still needing to get on the board. They have as many kills as rounds have been played. Exotic inside a bite with the bomb. Priesta, nice first blood there as he wins a 1-on-1 at scaffolding. Dave has to back up as he's lost his help here.
Yeah, he's just going to hold this angle for a moment, hoping someone crosses into that triple blue dot site.
Hockey has to make a play. I mean, Dave has nothing he can really do. Hockey has to make a play.
This is one where you're calling for it. You're hoping they can spot first. We'll pick the corner. There goes Assault. And he knows where Aches is as well. 2 versus 3. Dave has made it up towards this close part of the site. 2 versus 2. They spotted the one lower street. 2 versus 1. Cloud9. What is happening? Aches all by himself. 1v1. He spots Dave trying to get away with his life. Now half health. Dave around the corner. Can't get it done. Cloud9. Forget Vortex packing the bags. You've got Assault and crew now helping Aches as well. Are they trying to lose?
That was awful.
That's 3 straight rounds where Cloud9 get first blood and throw it away. And I didn't bring it up, but after the hard point, you've heard frustrations. We can hear their comms in our headset. I mean, look at this. 1v1 gunfight, 1v1 gunfight, 1v1 gunfight. And even here, 1v1 gunfight, no trades. It's 4v2, not a single trade.
I mean, I said right away, Hockey had to be the one to make a play, and he did. You know, he gets in there, he gets the kill before he's spotted, but you still have an advantage after that if you're Cloud9. I don't know who's even at fault there. I mean, was it, you know, the player that got picked inside a bike maybe? That second one that died in the 2v4 scenario? I think there's a lot to blame on the side of Cloud9.
Exotic, first blood. Second blood now from Priesta.
Please not again.
Typically, as a caster, I'm supposed to now be like, oh, you know, this round looks like it's going over to Cloud9, but even with Hockey jumping off the map, I still believe Cloud9 will throw this away. They nade a card in front of him, blow up all 4, and the last guy falls off the map.
A triple team kill.
Somehow, that was actually, honestly, there would have been a way that they lose that 1v4 if he played it.
Thankfully. A round goes the way of Cloud9. I mean, this could very, very easily be 4-0 Cloud9.
Oh, absolutely.
Or at least a 2-2-3-1, something like that.
I don't get it.
Well, and I mean, these rounds happen, obviously, but I mean, that's what we talked about, remember, with Envy earlier today. Like, what was so impressive, and not that it should be impressive, but all those rounds they had advantage, they won. Like, they just handled business. They did what they were supposed to do. It's a 4v3, we win it. 3v2, we win it. Has not been the scenario for Cloud9 right now.
Oh, that's a bomb down. Hockey holds that angle inside top bedroom window. So if you hold that one spot, you can see right down towards the site. Priesta at least evens things back out. Again, another example of where a team gets first blood and then immediately loses the number advantage. And he's still alive.
He's making absolute plays right now. Gets 2, needs a little bit of help. His teammates are able to pick it up then. Dave, by himself. Can there be another clutch for Epsilon?
Well, he's going to actually peek out here, I think, at the perfect time. Yes, he does. Absolute perfect time to know where these players are rotating on through. Doesn't spot anything here. Sees it again. Oh, my goodness. The timing couldn't be better. He knows he's right around this corner. Peekaboo. Doesn't quite spot him yet. When we talk about COD timing, I mean, he's been blessed by the heavens.
Twice.
3 times.
3. Not a whole lot of time on the clock.
Oh my God, he sees him again.
Sorry, Aix.
Oh, Aix is going to try to chase us.
He lost 1-1v1.
Bring around the Rosie. Challenge! Dave gets the kill. You saw Aix trying to go for the shot beat down, but it wasn't enough. Only hits the melee.
I'll tell you what, I mean,
I'm convinced.
It's not all his fault, but Aix has had a chance in 2 1v1s to give his team 2 rounds. And
I'm convinced there's a higher power hoping that Epsilon win this match.
Dave, a little bit quicker.
Oh.
Did he not hit a shot in melee?
I'm wondering if he... I don't think Dave still had his back plate, but I'm wondering if he hip-fired the back plate and then meleeed, thinking he had the kill. I don't know.
I mean, that or he missed every single bullet and got the melee.
That's more likely. Dave now 7-2, keeping his momentum up from that incredible game 1, has active camo. Epsilon up 4-1.
So we've had, what, a 2v4?
Oh, man.
A 1v2. How many clutches have been now? 3?
A lot.
This time, Cloud9 will be first blooded. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe first blood Cloud9 and they'll win. 2 of them down now. Exotic. Let's go ahead and clutch. Can't finish the first kill. Shot's a little bit shaky and he's gonna get pushed. He finally finishes it. Will drop though. Assault, now it's all on you, buddy. Can't connect. 5-1 Epsilon.
I mean, it's simple as Epsilon look like the better team right now. There's no other way to put it.
Hard to argue. I mean, when it comes to champs time, I mean, what did we see at Stage 2 playoffs? For me, why Optic won is because they were the most clutch team that weekend. Like, every scenario that came down to the wire, whether it was Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, it seemed like they were always clutching. Right now, that is surely Epsilon in this game, too.
They need this team to regain composure. They're not out of the tournament yet. Cloud9 need to realize that.
They're going to look back at this S&D and be disgusted.
Yeah. They will, no, 100%. As Dave is working towards streaks again. This time, Priesta, the first one out, they're going to shoot him in the back right away. That was bad timing.
Well, Priesta, how many first bloods is that? 4 now?
Yeah, I mean, he's most active in their first bloods since Anaheim, so it makes sense.
All right, so 2v4 again for Epsilon. Don't chalk this up as a victory yet for Cloud9. Bomb planted. Vortex and Josh trying to make plays.
Vortex trying to spot. Doesn't see anything quite yet. Nade now out. Cloud9 are all set up and stacked. They might just try to overwhelm the site in the next few moments. Yeah, Vortex by himself. He's a dead man walking. Cloud9 will live to see another round and search and destroy.
Here we
As
go.
the first two bloods work out for him there. Now, losing this series would put them at top 16, right? You lose this, you're top 16. So that is,
well,
would that be Aces' worst placing in the champs?
I would
If they
think
lost?
so, but I would have to think so. I'm just trying to. I mean, this is kind of similar a little bit into game one. You know, they have a huge deficit at the beginning. They have to claw their way back. Down big. Here, you gotta claw. You gotta claw back. You can't keep going to big holes early in games.
I think simply the answer is like this reactive armor being the counter to the active camo when Dave uses it.
Aches first blood. Spotted one. Nice shots. Or you just take Dave off the map. Don't give him a chance to use the camo.
Priest playing this bait up top has been so good.
Nice shots there from Hockey. But he's a lone man. He gets pushed immediately. Back-to-back rounds for Cloud9. It's like they keep wanting us to think that they're out of it in each of these games. They're like, oh, well, we'll turn it on now.
Fine, we'll try a little bit. There's the kill from Assault. If you're wondering how fast he just did that, one bullet and a melee is a kill to player, even from the front side. So there, it's a quick shot, melee, insta-kill. From Assault, 5-3 now. Again, can't stress it enough. Dave still with this camo can be the difference maker to finally close out this game. Oh, they're going for a straight up hit.
Here we go. Yeah, I would say you better pop this reactive or you are in trouble. Can he get 2 kills with it? There's one in this close corner.
He didn't check.
He didn't check it, Dave. Now he's going to get the call out. Can he finish it? Yes, he does. 1 versus 1. Hockey. Exotic. Exotic only 2 kills in this one.
No hesitation. See, these are the plays that I love. No hesitation. Hockey could not be further from this site. 1v1. Exotic to keep his team in the game. Does Hockey spot him? It doesn't appear so as of yet. Now he does. That's easy for Hockey. There's the kill. He's going to overdrive to defuse. Save us some time. Nice job, Hockey. As that'll be Epsilon now up 2-0 in our best of 5.
Trying to get everybody to dinner on time.
Yeah, right? Wow. What a shot that is of the entire arena in the background. See all the logos around. Epsilon just, again, I mean, Cloud9 throwing away rounds early on in the game comes back to bite them.
Throwing away hard points early in game 1. If they could just start out okay,
yeah,
they have a chance. So far, they can't do it. They can't muster up anything. It's like they need a 5-minute warm-up in a game.
Listen, if there's anything I know about Call of Duty Championships, do not count out Aches. He might be looking grim. The team might be looking flat, down 2-0. But would you believe anyone could now come back with a reverse sweep with this Cloud9 team?
I mean, this is why I feel like you need Aches on the roster.
Yes.
Someone that's been in a spot like this before, someone to lead the young troops, because you've got maybe, just again, younger players, maybe more mature players, guys that aren't used to this situation, that may have already be tilting, may already be folding. Aches has got to, you need one of those famous Aches speeches right now. If you haven't seen him, he's known for them. Whether they're caught on listen-ins or done on his stream, he is the general of this team. My God, they need him.
Do they need him now more than ever? Epsilon on the verge of sending Cloud9 home. We'll find out right after this quick break if they can get it done in a 3-0 sweep. we might see ourselves with Cloud9 going home here on just day 3 of the Call of Duty World League Championship presented by PS4. This is your G Fuel key player matchup, and the man on the left side of your screen, Assault, needs to be the catalyst for his team to stay in this tournament. But right now, his counterpart on Epsilon is getting the better of him in both game modes 1 and 2. But now heading into Uplink, their stats are near dead even. Can Dave and crew finish off the sweep, or will Assault resurrect this Cloud9 team? Let's find out. This has been your G Fuel key player matchup.
Welcome back. Thus far, Epsilon has dominated the early minutes of each of these first 2 games. How does Cloud9 change it here in this uplink?
How do they change it here? They don't go down by an absurd amount of points or rounds or scores between the 3 different game modes. Here in uplink, don't go down 6-0 in the first 90 seconds.
Try your best.
Try your best. Just literally, if you have to, just hold angles and don't even push for the objective. Just keep the game even through the first 2 minutes, then start your map.
Oh man, it's funny, you know, you said earlier, it's like they may get knocked out in day 3. Typically, that's Championship Sunday. Maybe not a big deal, but this week,
I like it.
It's Friday.
Listen, here's what they need. They need TP to walk up on stage and slap Aches in the face. Get him to wake up. Get a fire lit under Aches, man. I mean, right now, he's just looking up there pouting. I want to see Aches take over.
Teep, I'll give you $150 to do that right now.
No, TP would do that for free. Playing or not playing. In the hotel lobby.
All right, man. I need this to be a series.
Come on, be close, please.
Game 3, throwback uplink. Here we go. Starting off with Dave. He has certainly had the better of Cloud9 throughout this game. And off the break, what do you know? 3 down for Cloud9.
Oh,
drone push forward.
No.
We just said don't let them score early.
Oh,
here they are. Score. Oh, there you go. Interception. All right.
Woo. All right.
Didn't give up a point immediately.
Good. Improvements are being made as Cloud9 now pushes forward. Assault with the first kill, second on to Dave. Priesta and Aches still here in a 2 versus 2. 2 versus 1 now. Josh last alive as he'll just slow things down. I don't think Aches and crew will have enough firepower to push on through.
And this isn't me rooting for Cloud9. This is me rooting for a series, you know? A rivalry from last year's champs. You want this to go the distance.
Yeah.
How epic would a game 5 be between these 2 squads? But to this point, it's looking a hell of a lot more like a 30-minute series.
Exotic just gonna, I love this play. Hold this, wait for the challenge to come through. Dave now dead, the 1-point play. Connects, Cloud9 take the lead. Priesta, oh, he tried to stay alive and look for more in the base, but just couldn't get it done.
That might have been the first time we've said take the lead in this series.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't remember who scored the first point in the hardpoint, but I'm pretty sure it was Epsilon. Okay, now, Dave, he's had a lot of hot starts as well. He's 1-4, so not the strongest getting to this game. Nice shots, though, as the rest of his teammates are dead. Shots a little bit wild from him and Assault, but finally, the kill does come through. Priesta holding a similar position to where we saw Exotic, but he's able to catch the shots and snap out to assist on the second score through. Cloud9 once again on the board.
And Assault's still here, double positive on a 3 streak. And look at the spawn trap he's trying to put onto. He's watching the player spawn right now. As he's staying alive outside line, Hawkey cuts him down with the ERAD. And now middle map control is looking to go over to Epsilon, but as I say that, it's Exotic staying alive.
Exactly, the kills like that are so crucial. Anytime you are last alive, 1 kill, 2 kills, so massive, and just making sure you're basically allowing your teammates to come off spawn unmolested, right? Don't allow the opposition to get any kind of power positions.
That's exactly what they'll look to do. Cloud9 in middle map. Hawkey with 2. Drone for the 1. Goes on through. So 1 interception for Cloud9. 3 1-point plays as well in their favor.
Hawkey, now 2 middle map. Just looking under the Cloud9 window. Back and forth he'll go, trying to get to a position where he can really be a nuisance. He's done it. Nice job. Kills one on sidewalk, pushes bus as well. Third flying in. He's tagged up and finally dropped. Once again, Exotic going big. Whether it's mid-map or on defense, he has certainly found some crucial kills for his team. And he's leading the way at 10-9 right now, alongside Priest at Cloud9.
Dave can't get comfortable this map. How many times have we gone to him where he's just trying to do something in bike path and sidewalk, and his players in middle are losing their SMG fights. He doesn't have the gun he needs.
I can tell you exactly what it is. I mean, Dave has been running the K-bar. You have Assault and Aches running in B4s. How annoying is that going to be? If you're trying to control bike path and you have 2 in B4s moving across the map, right now, I mean, typically I would think that Epsilon's playstyle would work out better, you know, having a lot of E-Rads flying at Cloud9. We saw Cloud9 do that on Pre-Sync Uplink yesterday, but it's not working at all. This double in V4 setup seems to be really annoying to Epsilon.
I think it's playing both. I think that's why everyone's doing well for Cloud9, because you have the double E-Rad, double NV4, so like the E-Rads kill the long-range ARs or cut down the AR pressure, which then lets Exotic as well as Priest get up close and personal with those E-Rads and really pick the gunfights they want to have. They have a good mix of aggression as well as base defense. Exotic just dancing around with this drone, trying to just keep it away from Epsilon. Unfortunately, no reset is in, so Epsilon can move forward with the objective.
Assault's going to have a lot of pressure on him. He's going to have to go big. He's got some help now to deal with this. As I say that, Vortex takes his face off. Priest to the lone man. Long 1-point toss away and good. Epsilon on the board with 40 seconds remaining in our first half.
They're keeping it as close as they can. Even with how good Cloud9 have looked so far inside one, it's only a one-possession game. Absolutely winnable for the side of Epsilon. Assault gets a call, the player's one shot, he'll go clean him up. 25 seconds left, Epsilon with the drone. In Cloud9's base, another 1-point play. Connects, bringing it back to 1 point.
You play perfect if you're Cloud9 for the opening 4 minutes. You lose control for the final 60 seconds, and Epsilon does some damage. It appears they're still going to carry this marginal lead into the second half. Uh-oh. Can he get one away? The toss? Nah, not in time.
So one thing I do want to point out, Dave, who we were critiquing, who was really struggling, ends that half at only -2. Gets up to, I believe, 14 kills or 13 kills, and began to make his presence felt.
Well, I wonder, what I'd be curious is if he stopped trying to fight those long-range gunfights at bike path over and over and over again, maybe got more involved in the action mid-map or out in the courtyard. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but yeah, frustrating beginning to the first half for him for sure.
All right, Cloud9, you're 5 minutes away from at least forcing another hard point. Keep this a series, as Priesta have the best map so far. Moving towards this rails area, quick 2-piece there, and he's gonna get the aggression on right away. This is a score.
Eggs grabs the drone, toss over the top. Assault should grab it and dish, but as he drops, that 1-pointer might not be available. Does miss it. Unbelievable. You got to sink that one, especially after the late surge by Epsilon in the first half.
Inexcusable. Inexcusable right there from Assault. You need to hit those ones if you want to be a championship caliber team.
We'll see if that comes back to punish him. A couple down for Epsilon right now, but Dave still at mid-map, making sure he kind of keeps Cloud9 at bay right now as they try to push forward. Even picks up one that had flanked in from behind.
Vortex with one. Sees a second player as well. Assault cut down. Beautiful patience from Vortex before he challenges. 4v2 now. In middle map. Eggs dead as well. Vortex getting involved in the slaying now. He went from 12 and 19 to 15 and 19.
If you're Cloud9, you're just lucky these kills are happening on their side of the map.
Yeah. Oh, Priesta.
3 kills like that, if you're towards mid-map or towards Cloud9's side, that's likely a score. But look, they keep layering it, right? It's like they're getting kills, they're moving up a little bit by bit by bit. Now, can they make a play? Outside the courtyard we go. Cloud9's gonna have to react. Several lead blockers in front of Dave as he's gonna try to make a play and get closer to this camo. There's one behind, catches a fist to the face. Resetting, well, so much for the reset. There's still a couple players here though. Hockey's picked it up. Vortex pushing in front. Hockey now popping the overdrive. The dunk is through. Epsilon lead and the base cleared from Cloud9. Vortex and Hockey melting everything in front of them.
And they're getting all the kills they need. It's 3 dead again from Cloud9. Drone back in the hands of Epsilon. 4 unanswered points. Priesta trying to recover in his base. Dave for the 1. Connects as well. Epsilon now up by 2.
5 unanswered points from Epsilon. What? They haven't scored since the first 4 minutes of the game if you're Cloud9. It's now been 3 minutes without a score. Priesta trying to shake and bake. He is headed everywhere. Can he? His teammates cover him though. This is a dunk. Absolutely, this is fantastic. I don't know how much the overdrive helped in that scenario.
They give it to Camo. Look, they give it to Camo. Let him dunk it on through. Getting closer and closer to that ever important payload.
And Aches working towards streaks. Nice shots there. 150 off the Trinity. 8 bullets into clip, and he gets it. 7 streak. Patrick Price coming alive when it matters most. The lead. 2 for C9. He falls 50 short of the Trinities. I think he's just happy they get some points on the board, though, and have the lead.
Camo now for Assault. Priestley gets the other kill, middle map. Assault, 125 off that Trinity. Not going to happen.
2 players drop very close to streaks there for Cloud9.
Priesta snapping, and the one. Oh, Priesta!
That was silky smooth.
24 and 20 from him. The young talent showing up now with his team on the verge of being eliminated.
Epsilon. Now with drone. Dave gonna get gun up, see what he can find outside limit. Just spotted one. He's so close to Camo.
He wants
just
to fight
kill
so
away. There it is. Camo engaged for him as well.
Vortex has a lane. He can go. This is a dunk.
I can't happen.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you're 3 down. I didn't think he had enough support to actually get through, but so everyone coming off spawn for Cloud9 makes it easy. This
is it. All comes down to camos. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Both teams have their active camo ready. Who uses it better is the question that we're going to have to find out. Oh, gets away. Does the FTL jump play?
He needs help.
Oh, Vortex is still alive. Vortex gets 3.
What did Vortex just do to Cloud9? My God,
Dave's
what
got
a
camo.
play. I was like a guaranteed 1 if Vortex doesn't go huge. Like you said, the camo of Assault, the camo of Dave. Who is going to make the play? Just over 40 seconds now on the clock, Jack. They're moving forward. The kills are in front. He's trying to melee. He decides to go ahead and camo. Halfway through the camo. Is it enough juice? The body block, the melee, the lead. Epsilon back in front.
30 seconds left. Cloud9 slow the camo. Look at how sneaky from Josh. There's 2 here. Only gets 1. They've got to get mid-map control. They've got to use this active camo. 20 seconds remaining. 1 final hope for Cloud9. They move the drone towards their base. So smart. They throw it forward for
Assault's
yards.
dead. Assault's dead. Camo's not going to be involved. The rest of the teammates going to have to do it. It's going to be on Aches and Exotic.
No one's here.
The lone man up. He's dead. This is it. 5 seconds on the clock, and Epsilon with the 3-0 sleep. They send Eggs packing 2 years in a row.
Wow. Dave, Vortex, and Hockey, 2 champs in a row, eliminate Aches. As we found out, potentially the new hard counter of a player. Congratulations, Epsilon. You'll live to see another day here at the CWL Championships 2017, presented by PS4.
I think in Epsilon's first series versus Envy, it was clear Envy was the better team. Here, it was very clear they were superior today.
What did I say? It's all going to come down to the camo in the final minute and 10 seconds. Dave uses his camo for a 1v3 dunk when his whole team was dead. Cloud9 never even get to pop that ever important payload, as that will do it for the Infinite Warfare season for Aches and crew. Not the finish they wanted to have.
Hell, if you're European teams today, I know you didn't get as many in as last year, but Infuse finds that victory, Splice gets a victory. Epsilon, I know they dropped, but they're still alive here, so a lot of teams still fighting, looking for another strong finish. Like you get 2nd and 4th last year. What's it going to be here?
When you talk about the kryptonite for Optic Gaming, you think of 2 players, Clayster and Aches. 1 now gone. That road for the green wall looks a little bit more plausible. That'll do it for the action from the main stage. To break down everything, I know our analysts are ready to go.
Thank you very much, Jack. Thank you, Maven. Epsilon close out day 3 with a 3-0 win over Cloud9. And of course, for Pat and the boys, that is the tournament over. We'll go ahead and break down that series, of course, starting with map number 1, the Hardpoint. It was just all Dave, Momo.
I think all Dave, but Epsilon, just kind of the way they heat up and the way they kind of string together hard points. When they get on fire, they're a very hard team to stop. Kind of flashbacks from Anaheim, the strong Epsilon, of course, they've been up and down, they've been through this kind of emotional roller coaster, but, through this hard point, they just started so strong.
Most definitely did, of course. As I said, Dave with a very solid performance. The final score 250 to 177. And I guess the big question that I have for you, Merc, is how far can you see this Epsilon squad actually going now?
Oh, very far. I think they're very dangerous, and you can see it here. I mean, Dave playing the way he is, you know, Tyler and I were talking about it. Is he the best player in Europe? He just might well be. I think if they don't have a slow start at the beginning of the year, you can absolutely sort of say that he is. So yes, this is a team where they finished 4th last year. Tomorrow, it's a different beast, but these guys have the talent. They can just take it one run at a time. To me, it's going to be up to Josh. I feel like he has to step up, be that leader, be that captain. If he plays well tomorrow, this team can win a lot of games.
Completely agree. Then, of course, moving up to map number 2, the Search and Destroy. Cloud9 get 3 first bloods in the first 3 rounds and proceed to lose each round.
I just don't know what the thought process is in a lot of those setups where there's so many holes. How are players getting to the most powerful position on retail, that sort of top plat area? Priesta was doing almost a perfect job of playing that sort of style, that fast-paced gameplay, getting those first bloods, controlling plat. I feel like Priesta really could have done more in those scenarios, but then they get to those, you know, late rounds positions. Granted, that one clutch from Dave was somewhat fortunate at times. He was catching timing, but the movement was there. Regardless, though, way too many clutches. That should not be happening at this level. Cloud9 gets punished.
A 4v2 just like that round. Like, that makes no sense there. Where are the trades? You heard the casters talk about it. Just doesn't make sense. Those are just mistakes that, yeah, maybe you make as a team if you're brand new, but this Cloud9 roster, there's too much experience. Dave here, as Teep said, winning this one-on-one. Just a very clutch, you know, overall game from Epsilon.
It almost felt as if Cloud9 were digging themselves into kind of too big of a hole, not only in the series, but even in the Search and Destroy in terms of the individual map itself. Of course, they do go ahead and lose that, so 2-0 down. We then head to the Uplink, and it almost felt as if Cloud9 was trying to lose that game towards the end there, Momo.
Yeah, towards the end, I don't even know what happened. They actually strung together a very fortunate, you know, string of kills, the way that they kind of passed the drone to try and enable that camo towards the end, which you're going to see. But right off the get-go, I will say, Cloud9, they go those 3 one-point plays. They sunk all 3 of them. There was no interceptions. Epsilon, they failed to do that. They tried to go for those one-point plays, and it didn't work out. And when it came to those last couple of minutes as well, when Cloud9 had that lead, they started to lock things down very, very well. Epsilon, though, brute force, sometimes just pushing through. The caliber of these players on this main stage are just getting better and better each year. Strong plays throughout, but for me, Dave had kind of a very, very strong series. The reason they were in the loser bracket was because Dave didn't turn up as much as he usually does, you know, in winner bracket round 1, but he definitely made up for it here in the loser bracket.
Problem is, how consistently can he do that? You know, like, it's all very well when you have a performance like that and you do win, but to consistently do that, especially tomorrow. I mean, Merc, you kind of touched on it. You did it in 2014. You went through the losers bracket. You made it all the way through the grand final from basically winners round 1.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
No. You just have to be very free, right? You just sort of do what you guys want to do. I remember I had just talking with my team during that time. It's like, you know, we're on our last life for the entire year. Obviously, it was a different time then. You still had the next tournament, but for these guys, it's like, listen, this is our last tournament. These could be our last games. Do whatever you want to do, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Just play your best Call of Duty. That's all you can really ask for.
Very, very true indeed. Moving forward, we'll now take a look at our brackets. We'll start with our winners bracket, of course. Optic Gaming versus Splice. Winners round 2. FaZe Clan versus Infused. E United versus Allegiance. Ghost versus Envious. If I'm honest, it's the top and bottom game there, Teep, which get me the most excited.
Most definitely Optic Gaming. Is it their chance to take it throughout this bracket right here? I want to say so. I feel like that they should have a fairly easy run going out throughout this one. I think Splice will give them tough competition, don't get me wrong. I think it'll be a close series overall, but I feel like Optic Gaming, they are the most polished that we've seen them.
Completely agree. Moving forward, we'll now take a look at our losers bracket. Of course, after our final games, we now know where our teams stand. Epsilon at the bottom, of course. Luminosity, they beat Fnatic 3-0. Rise Nation, of course, they 3-1 straight Ripid. And Enigma 6 progressed through after that win over My Free Play.
To me, that's like 4 teams you could potentially put in your like top 8, right? Like right there. That is a very scary losers bracket.
That's definitely true. Yeah.
Yeah, you do not want to go down there. But as you said, that winner bracket match, one that stands out to me, I like that Ghost Gaming versus Envious. I think that's going to be a very interesting match. I think Envy's going to be very tested. We're going to have to see Ghost Gaming really step up. I feel like Spacely had a slow game. Lacefield played incredible. Mox played incredible. Those other two, though, they had to step up.
Well, obviously, we've seen our bracket. Now let's take a look at tomorrow's schedule. I actually don't know this, and I'm excited because I want to know when those two games are going on. We kick things off, oh my God, at 10 a.m.
That's a good start.
Right
Early,
versus Ghost
right
at 10
early.
a.m. Optic Gaming versus Splice at 11:30. Then we'll see E6 on the main stage versus Envy or Ghost. Of course, that will be the loser of that match. And then Epsilon versus Optic or Splice at 2:30. We have 2 winners semis and a losers round 4 as well at 7 p.m. Boys, tomorrow is going to be even better than today. It's going to be great.
It's going to be like the best day ever, except for Sunday. That'll be the best day ever.
It gets better and better.
It gets better as the weekend goes on, that is for sure. I'm very, very excited. Those first 2 games of the day, just really, really quickly, obviously, we'll talk about it much more in depth tomorrow. How do you see those games going?
I think I'm just going to go basic here and just say Envy and Optic. I feel like they're both extremely polished. They fixed a lot of errors with their gameplay. Seth Scump seems very, very confident in their Hardpoint gameplay. I don't know if I'm completely convinced with that yet. We're going to see as we go on later throughout this tournament, because I feel like if they do, get upset somewhere, that's going to be the reason why. But I feel like both teams just look too darn good right now.
Yeah, the big thing with me when we watched Splice was that Search and Destroy seemed on point. Jerd dropped, what, 16 kills? That's a great sign if your Splice bands played well. I mean, they have the tools to do it. They have the experience. These guys are Stage 1 champions for a reason. And then on the other side, Envy. If John and Apathy can slow down Lacefield, that to me is the big one. Then you have Mox versus Slasher. Those will be some intense battles, but I have to agree with Tyler. I feel like Envy is just too strong right now. They're keeping that streak going.
Oh, it's a tough one. European Call of Duty hopes. We look at Splice, Epsilon, and I know Infused are still in it, but you look towards Splice, they've got Optic Gaming. I've got to, agree with these guys. Optic Gaming, they are that kind of beast that kind of just trumps Splice. And I think someone said it before. Optic Gaming, they fear sometimes LG, they fear sometimes the likes of United, but they don't really fear Splice. And, it's just kind of that first hurdle that they get over. I think it could be a close game, but I take Optic Gaming. I'm going to go with Ghost Gaming, though.
Okay.
I think this is where things get interesting in the tournament. First thing, Saturday morning, I think Ghost Gaming send Envy to the loser bracket. But the one thing I am interested in is where does Envy fall in that loser bracket? I mean, I don't know, but wherever they fall, it's going to be a tough game.
To that point exactly, CWL Recon. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. I know John struggles waking up early in the morning, a 10 a.m. game. I mean,
well, they've been doing it for a few days, so hopefully he's used to it by now.
I mean,
should be. Tasmo should
you
just
never know.
Bring some eggs and bacon, wake up, cup of coffee. Tasmo, can you hear me?
That's a good
Make sure
coach.
you do that tomorrow.
That's a good coach. Good coaches.
He's the best water boy in the world.
Fair enough. Moving forward, we should talk a little bit about overtime. Of course, we talked about it earlier on in the day, but we should give some love to it now. It immediately follows Sunday's CWL Champs Grand Finals match. Tournament MVP will be announced there as well, with special guests Doug Martin and Proofy, plus Quentin Rampage Jackson as well. MLG.tv/overtime. It's going to be an awesome, awesome addition to the broadcast. And just kind of, speaking a little bit about tournament MVP announcement, I'm curious to get your boys' thoughts. Obviously, yes, we're 3 days in. There's still 2 more big days of Call of Duty ahead. But Teach, so far, who's kind of taking your eye?
I think it's a little bit tough to call at this point. I obviously going to go towards someone from Optic, but I'm kind of waiting for tomorrow to see who really separates themselves from the pack there. I guess I'm looking for Crim to step up. I feel like Crim's going to be that guy if Optic does end up taking their first world champ with this roster. I think it's going to be due to Crim.
Fair enough.
I'm going to go Slasher. I feel like he played very well today. They were tested by this Epsilon. I believe he had like a 1.28 if I remember that scoreboard. He's off to a very good start. I mean, I just feel like this is a team they can go very far on the back of Slasher. Then in terms of who can sort of step up, I was talking to Mad Cat. He says, Joe, better watch out for me. He believes he's going to have a 1.4 at the end of this tournament.
Okay.
I mean, he could just be being a little cocky. I don't know about all that. But
Do you know who did say that as well?
1.4 in your dreams.
I'm just saying, though, if you want to make a statement tomorrow, Madcap, for MVP running, beat Optic Gaming tomorrow.
Marky B also said it'd have a 1.4 at the end of the tournament.
1.45.
Oh, 1.45?
Yeah, he was like, they were trying to one-up each other.
No, 1.5.
Yeah, Marky's not here anymore.
Yeah, Marky, he's done. But I've definitely got to look towards Crim. Optic Gaming have been very, very dominant, 3-0 in their opponents. Very strong in pool play. Very strong, obviously, in the winner bracket so far. But you can't decide an MVP until that final day, that Sunday. The test starts tomorrow, I think, for some of these teams. We expect a lot of these teams to be here. Slasher definitely in the running as well. But I do think if a team that starts in the loser bracket makes that run, that's where you make your kind of self-known. That's where you kind of say, look, I'm not only winning this, but I'm taking an MVP. I think, you know, Rise Nation, they kind of got knocked down straight away by LG. Someone from there who could go all the way and kind of make a name for themselves. Anyone can get it right now, but I look at
Very true. Very true. Of course, as I said, that MVP award will be announced during the overtime show to conclude Championship Sunday. But sadly, that concludes a superb day 3 of the 2017 CWL Championship. We started the day with 16 teams, and we end the day with 12 remaining. Mindfreak Black, Straight Rippin' Fnatic, and Cloud9 all bow out early for a top 16 finish. Action commences tomorrow at 10 a.m. with some fantastic Winners Bracket Round 2 games. We'll see you then.